Hand off to Sanders, big hole. Sanders cuts back to the left. Here's Sanders. Torrey Sanders at the 50, 45, 40. Knocked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Torrey Sanders. From Three Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant in southeast Aurora, the King Soopers Shopping Center, just east of King Soopers, right across the street from Legacy Stadium. This is CT Football Today with head coach Joe Johnson. I'm Blake Olson. Thank you very much for joining us. We're approaching the final regular season game of 2017, and yes, there have been challenges, plenty of adversity after a loss last week against Mountain Vista. And Coach, I'll just start it off by asking you, what have you been telling your team so far as we prepare for this final game against Pomona?
That we've got to do a better job, and that we've got to hustle around better, and that when things don't go our way at the start of the game, we can't start freelancing, and we can't start hanging our head and doing things like that. We've got to play harder and smarter and more consistently, not the opposite. And I felt like we did that, and they came out and got a big play on us and right away, which we really haven't hardly given up this year. And credit to them, it was a good play. And then, they come right back, and our guys probably overreacted, and they made a smart call and, got us on a trick play. And that, any can happen to anybody. And, but, after that, I felt like we kind of got our heads down, and we didn't fight harder and smarter, and we kind of just let them roll us over there the whole first quarter. And when we get down like that with the people we're missing on offense, it's going to be very tough for us, and that's exactly what happened. Just
kind of snowballed on defense, correct?
Yeah,
is that basically what happened?
Our effort was unacceptable, and I don't like to see that, and we're not going to see that again.
What do you do when you're facing a team like Pomona, given all the circumstances and adversity that you've had this season? They're one of the best teams in the state. What are you telling your guys?
Telling our guys that there are kids that are mostly 16 and 17 like them, and we got a few more 15-year-old guys playing than they do. But, we got to play football. We got to do things better, and we got to fight hard. And nothing's changed for us. And so we got to make plays. And we, all due respect to them, they're a great team. But we're going to do the same things that we would normally do and prepare the same way we would normally prepare. And we'll throw a few wrinkles in, obviously, that we think can maybe help us, and probably have to take a few more chances, and that's what we got to do.
And one of those guys, he may not even be 15 years old, Sam Hart. Let's talk about him a little bit. He had a couple nice plays.
Yeah, it very well could be. He's made a couple big plays for us the last couple games, and he does a nice job. And he's a big and physical kid that's really ready to play. At our level, we don't really believe in bringing freshmen up unless they're going to start, and we've gotten into a situation where he's going to start. And he's I don't like to bring kids up just because we're missing kids if they're not really capable of being varsity football players. Just because you're the next guy in line, we're going to have to probably figure something out. But he's physically capable of playing there, and it's a good experience for him.
Torrey Sanders, is he healthy this week?
I think as healthy as he's going to be. Took a lot of hits, a lot of carries, and we may have some help for him more this week, and so hopefully that'll be the case. But I know he practiced today, and I know he'll give us everything he has.
Let's talk more closely about Hayden Albaugh. And I don't know, from what I can see, it looks like he's already improving as a quarterback, all this experience that he's had.
Oh, he's doing some good things. The guy's just a playmaker. I don't know that he's a great technician out there, but he finds a way to make plays. He's tough as nails. Nobody can question his toughness. He's a very physical kind of a guy that can and has played at linebacker for us at times. And so many times you get these quarterback kids and really, you know, they couldn't play any other position on your team but quarterback. And, you know, I think sometimes, you know, unless they're really, really great at what they do, I'm not sure that's the guy you want at our level. I mean, you need an athlete, you need a tough guy. My brother always says you need John Wayne there.
With 1 week to go, I know it's tough for a new head coach to kind of get everything in line with what you're trying to accomplish. What are you trying to do with this football program over the next 12 months now from this point on?
Well, I think our off-season program has to be improved tremendously. Our accountability of our kids has to be improved tremendously. We have got to get some kids that are wandering around our building that are not playing. We've got to get those guys out. We've got to retain guys that are supposed to be coming to our school and get them coming to our school. And I think for too many years there's been so much talent around here that has not stayed at Cherokee Trail, and you know we've got to stop that from happening. And part of doing that is winning, or at least convincing guys that, you know, we can win and we can do these things. And it has been done here before. They've had very good teams. They've had a team that's played Valor, you know, as tough as anybody's played them, except, you know, maybe for Pomona in that last game when they played them. But you know, we got to keep the talent at our school, and we got to develop it. And you know, we've got to do some things better in the off season, and that's hard to control when you come in March and you can't really be in the building because, you know, you're finishing other kind of things at your other job really till the end of the school year. So we'll get a good jump start on that, and you know, I think that will help us tremendously.
In June, I talked to you about having to get to know some of your coaches. Obviously, you know a few of them very well, but it takes some time. And so now, do you feel like you know your coaching staff pretty well?
I know them better, and they know what to expect from me better. And you know, you can meet and talk and have all these plans, but you know, you don't know what questions to ask because you know you don't know what you don't know sometimes. And sometimes you got to learn from experience and working together. And you know, I think there's always a lot of room for change anytime you're in a position from year one to year two. There's things you learn on the fly that you'll do better next time, or that you'll change a little bit, or that you'll want to add, and that's going to be the case for us next year.
All right, Friday night, Legacy Stadium, 7 o'clock. Cherokee Trail takes on Pomona. Coach, thanks for everything this year.
Thank you, man.
And we're going to have a lot of fun over the next few years, I'm sure. Cherokee Trail football. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to the Booster Club and all you supporters here all year long. And thanks to Three Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant for supporting CT Football Today all year long, and the live stream games as well. We'll talk to you on Friday, 7 o'clock at Legacy Stadium.